Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Mage.
Hi there.
Today we're on the bank alt, guys. Put some items up on the auction house. Let's see if we got any sales. Looks like the durable bracers of fiery wrath sold for over a gold. The scroll of intellect sold for 1 silver, 78 copper, 36 copper for light leather, 98 copper for the medium leather, heavy leather 4 silver, 49 copper. And thick leather, 5 silver, 82 copper. So we made a little bit of coin, not too much. I sent some items over. So we'll see if we can sell these. See, we got some even more stuff here. So it's good. We got a little bit of inventory now, guys. So that's why I hopped on the bank. We'll try to make some sales here. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. A lot of snow. The winter is ending with a bang, that's for sure. Getting a lot of snowstorms. So we're going to put all these items up. And it looks like some of them won't be able to sell. They're selling for too cheap. The heavy leather, the thick leather, silk cloth. I guess we'll just hold on to them for now. If I can't sell them, then I guess we'll just end up vendoring them. But there we go, guys. We got some items up on the auction house, and now we are going to go and hop on the main mage and quest in the Hinterlands.
Hi there.
Here we are back on the main mage in Airy Peak, and today we're going to begin our journey in the Hinterlands. There we go. We're in Wildhammer Keep at the moment. And what we are doing now, guys, we are getting quests for Zul'Farrak. That is the plan. And we're starting a quest chain, which is the Witherbark Cages quest chain. I think we'll pick up all the quests here for now. Why not? See what we complete.
We Wildhammers remember the past, more than our brothers in Ironforge. If you want to make friends here, then you get your hands dirty for us. The Horde abandoned their positions in the Hinterlands around Skulk Rock. It's now overrun with nasty sludges and oozes. We've got plans on that area, but first we need a cleanup crew to make a hole for us. That's where you come in, Sunshine. Head down there and take out 10 green sludges and 10 jade oozes. Then report back to me here.
Not bad.
Move
We could
out.
AoE those down.
Get this straight, person. We are not part of the Alliance. The Wildhammers are independent, relying on deeds and actions to prove one's worth, rather than the blather of those who use jibber-jabber to bolster their do-nothing attitudes. If you're looking for friends here, then prove your worth to us first. The foul trolls that choke the hillsides of the Hinterlands sometimes carry tribal necklaces. Bring 5 of them to me, and we'll mark it down as a step in the right direction. The son of our mightiest griffin is gone! Swiftwing's heir, Sharpbeak, was lost while hunting with his parents a few days ago, and we believe it was the trolls who took him. You must aid us. Search the cages in the 2 Witherbark troll villages to see if Sharpbeak is there.
All right, well, let's go check the cages. That is the Witherbark Cages quest is the quest chain that we need to start to eventually get a quest for Zul'Farrak. So here we are, guys. The Hinterlands. We made it. It's a pretty fun zone. It's not bad. Pretty good if you have skinning. There's a lot of, animals here that we can skin. And there is going to be Horde here as well. There's an Undead Warrior, level 53. Pretty high level. I don't even think we would hit that guy. But we'll be ready for a fight. I have a feeling we will probably get into a little bit of world PvP while we're out here. And here we are, guys. So we need to get necklaces. I think a lot of these mobs we can just group up and pull as many as we can. See how this goes. A lot of them are just melee. Whole bunch together. Oh, they're not really melee. Some of them throw. They like to throw like to throw hatchets at our head. But I think we'll be okay. We'll just... Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is actually looking terrible. Oh, and there's another one. Okay. Get me the heck out of here. Oh, here's axes getting thrown at our head. It's too bad. I was hoping we could AoE them down, but... Oh. Do we have anybody still throwing stuff at us? Scared the crap out of me. Well, that was too bad. I was hoping that we would, you know, be able to AoE them down, but I guess we just have to fight them one by one. And they do enrage, so they do more damage. At a lower health, so it doesn't really help us too much. So we'll just have to fight them the old-fashioned way, one at a time, maybe two. But we can just focus on the cages as well, and then we can maybe go up here and get the sludge. So there's one cage here. How many cages do we have to check? Yeah, there's only 3, so we can do that pretty easy. And recently on the Hardcore Warrior, today's episode, we did Razorfen Crawl. I didn't do that dungeon on the Mage. And we had a little bit of drama about loot. So these guys were just rolling on... Like a couple BOEs dropped from Razorfen Crawl. I'll show you some of them. This staff dropped. Staff of the Shade. Increases damage done by shadow spells and effects by up to 21. Does 22.3 damage per second if it uses it for melee. Look at this. 48 gold on the auction house. So they just rolled that off. I rolled greed. I didn't roll need. They told everybody roll need to sell it on the auction house. My character was my character is self-found, so we can't sell it on the auction house until we hit 60 and, like, you know, eventually turn that off. So I just rolled greed because I didn't really need it. I rolled greed on a few items actually. And the Blind Hunter spawned in the dungeon. And we got to fight him. And the Stygian Bone Amulet dropped. This neck. My warrior doesn't have a neck. So this neck has a 4 stam, 8 spirit on it. Not bad for warriors. You know, spirit is... Health regen from spirit is great. Reduces the time you have to eat. It allows you to keep questing. Helps warriors quite a bit. And then that gives us 4 stam, which helps pretty much all classes. And we also didn't have that neck at all. So I rolled need on that. And we won with a 99. And I was happy about that. And then the priest that rolled on it left. Just left the dungeon. He was upset about it, which blew my mind because he was okay about this. The Staff of the Shade dropped, and they all rolled need, and a hunter won this. Like, how can a hunter use this? You know, like, when do hunters do shadow damage? Never. And the hunter won that. And at the end of the dungeon, like when everybody left, the hunter's like, you shouldn't just roll on stuff, man. And I'm like, buddy, you won that staff that you don't even need to sell it on the auction house. So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there. But it's interesting, you know, I understand, you know, that this neck is good for a priest. It's like, obviously spirit is great. You know, the mana regen is good. And they get mana and health regen from that. But, yeah, it's still good for a warrior, especially if you don't have a neck. And it's not like you can regen in combat unless you have like a talent that allows you to regen mana while you're in combat. I think some classes have that. I think Mage has that. I'm pretty sure Priest probably has that as well. But yeah, that's it. It is what it is. You know, it's a nice neck for everybody, pretty much. But maybe he got upset initially. This is what I think happened. The guy got upset initially from this. Like he didn't get this. And then this just put him over the edge. Which is fine. You don't have to stay. We actually finished the dungeon. It's just he wasn't down to do the escort quest at the end. We got tons of loot. We got a helmet, like a nice male helmet. I'll show you the male helmet we got. We got this helmet, the Tuscan helm. We got this shield, the Heart of Hamagagan. Awesome loot. So he did pretty damn well. But I still think it's okay for me to roll in the neck. And I don't regret rolling meat on it. Now, if this was like level 60 endgame and we weren't leveling anymore, then yeah, it goes to the priest 100%. But I think while a warrior's leveling, spirit's actually really an underrated stat. People don't realize how good it is. Like if you're in a dungeon, yeah, it's not the greatest, but when you're out solo questing, it's really good. It allows you to not have to like sit down and eat for a long time. You can just keep on pulling. And that's kind of important because the more you're in combat, the more your rage goes up. The more rage you have, the more damage you do. The more damage you do, the more XP you get. Pretty much compounds. Right, there we go. We checked a few cages here. Let's move on now. Those are the first two. We have to check this last one here. And then we still need a few more necklaces. I hope we can find some trolls that don't, have any ranged abilities. That would kind of help. These guys are pretty annoying too. The owl beasts are kind of scary. And there's also high elves in this zone, guys. Are these guys melee? Yeah, they are. The hide skinners. Group them up. Finally found some melee trolls. Do a little bit of AoE here. But there's high elves in this zone, guys. This is before they became... They pretty much look like blood elves, but they're with the Alliance instead of the Horde. And they're actually right beside Airy Peak. They're like right over here in like a lodge. Maybe we'll see them today. Not again. Okay, let's do this. We'll do polymorph and then we'll leave okay and then we'll fight this guy. Maybe we'll do a little bandage as well. It's nice that we're getting Mage Weave here. We actually needed to get our first aid up. But yeah, I don't know. Some people get a little weird about looting dungeons. Wasn't that bad though. He just left. It's not like he started freaking out on me, but It's still kind of lame to leave the dungeon. But not really, because it was over. It's just he didn't want to do a final quest, which was fine. I still thought it was lame that he left because of that, though. That's what kind of made me be like, okay, man, like, I'm not the bad guy here. Making me try to look like I'm the bad guy because I rolled on an item that I needed. And put on right away when I got it. That happens a lot in WoW. You're going to get into disputes over loot, especially when you start raiding. And raiding is kind of interesting. There's a lot of different loot systems you could do. There's Loot Council, which is the one I like. A transparent loot council. And what a transparent loot council is, so there's a loot council, there's like a group of people who decide who gets the loot. Some people don't like that, but if it's transparent, it works. And the way it can be transparent is you have like an Excel document or an Excel sheet, and it pretty much shows who's next in line to get a certain item. So you kind of already know before the item drops, like who's going to get it, right? Sometimes there's a scenario where two people have a chance to get it, and then the council will have to decide between the two. And also people have like sometimes loot councils do a thing where they allow people to choose the items that they want the most before the tier comes out. So you get to choose your top 8 items, and then based on that, you know, you'll be able to get certain items, right? So if let's just say this shield was the first thing on your loot list, and somebody has it as their second, the guy who picks it first will most likely get it over the guy who picked it second. The only time you'll have like a loot council dispute is if you both picked it second, and then they'll have to decide, you know, who gets it. And then one of the ways that you can decide is just roll. You roll, and then you can figure it out that way. But most people are pretty chill about it. Like, it's rare to have disputes when the loot council is transparent like that. It's a lot of work, though. You have to, like, make sure people put their loot lists in before the tier comes out, and then you have to update the loot list after every raid, and then giving out loot's kind of a pain in the ass, too. It's much more fun to just come to the raid and get the gear. The loot handing out job is not a fun job at all. My opinion. I don't know, maybe some people like it. Yeah, loot's a big part of the game. It's a Venom Blood. I wonder, does this guy... I think they're both... I think they're both melee only. This is actually a good spawn for us. Let's see if any of them have range attacks. Got a Night Elf running in here. Just doing a little bit of AoE. Don't have a lot of mana left. Let's use a mana pod. We'll finish him off. Could have used a mana gem. That might have been better. We got a couple people rolling in here. Yeah, it was my first little loot dispute on the hardcore character. And we'll be going back in on that warrior because I want to get Corpse Maker, or I want to try to get it. It's a 28.9 damage per second, 15 strength, 8 stamina, 2-handed axe. We haven't had any trouble with loot on the mage though. The mage has been pretty chill. Hasn't been really bad at all. This guy's on the same quest as us. Did we get it, or did he get it? I think he got it there. And we got the Troll Necklace Bounty quest done. I don't know, maybe we'll do the Sledge quest. I think we'll head back, though. Let's head back and we'll turn this in. And then we'll pick up some more quests, and then maybe we'll eventually head over here and do the Green Sledge quest. It's level 48 quest, so we got time to do it. We also might run into some issues with our Blizzard being able to hit the sludge. They're a higher level than us by like 4 levels. And there's the lodge right there. I think it's called the Quell Danil Lodge. The Horde, it's a quest you can kind of grief as Alliance, because the Horde actually have a quest there to slay the High Elves there. So you can go there as Alliance and attack them and not be attacked by the High Elves, because they're neutral to you. Sort of like in Hillsbrad with the farmers.
Here there. Watch your back.
I want 5 of those tribal necklaces the trolls carry on them. If you need it spelled out further, then killing one of them stands you a good chance of getting one. Prove your worth to the Wildhammers.
Now that's what I'm talking about. See, these necklaces prove that you're willing to get your hands dirty. We Wildhammers value that in those we associate with. You keep this up, and you'll be in our good graces yet.
Alright, so let's head up here. And we will turn this in. I know it's a chain. There it is, the Altar of Zool. That's the next one. Hopefully we can do this. We'll try our best. There's probably going to be other people doing it, right? We won't be the only ones. This is like a big nest. It's kind of a strange spot.
This is grim news. That griffin is destined to lead the
They
next
really
generation
like
of
griffins.
griffins. If he's
The
lost,
Wildhammer.
then the strength and spirit of our fleet will suffer immensely. Sharpbeak was not with the Witherbark trolls. Perhaps the Vilebranch trolls took him. Go to the Altar of Zool on the western edge of Vilebranch territory and search for the Griffin child.
All right, here we go. The Altar of Zool. I think they're elites. Maybe. We'll have to watch out. But yeah, maybe we'll run into some... I haven't had any really, like, risky rolls yet, though. On the mage. Like, say a mage rolled on that. You know, like, I kind of compare it. Like, he'd probably get upset if a mage even rolled on that. Or Stamina 8 Spirit. It's just Spirit's a good stat for healers, right? But it's still, I guess, it's a little bit better for a mage, obviously, than a warrior. Because you get the mana regen, too. And the health. I can understand why he's a little bit upset, but, like, if someone doesn't have a neck in hardcore, I think it's fair that they roll on a piece like that. If it had intellect on it, I wouldn't have rolled on it, that's for sure. Intellect is a stat where, you know, warriors barely benefit at all from it. All it does is help you level up your weapon skills faster. That's about it. And here we are at Shadralore. Let's see how we do here. Yeah, so they're level 45. These guys are axe throwers. Yeah, we're already getting axe thrown in our back. Okay, this isn't working out too well. We just have to, like, search it? It's not that big of a deal. Is anybody still chasing us? Yeah. Kind of just want to run up there. Yeah, we're still getting chased down. Alright, so we should be okay now. Have a bite to eat, and then we'll just go up there and see what we can do. If we die, we die. Pretty sure we just have to go up there. Hopefully there's another person up there. But if I actually have to, like, go to the altar and click on something, that could be a little bit difficult. But we can't just jump off this altar and... Oh, this is rough. Is this where we want to be? Just check the altar here. There we go. It's not looking good. Do we have any health pots? Gotta jump down. Oh, damn it. I went through the wall? Okay. I didn't think that would... I thought that wouldn't happen. Well, at least we got to check the altar. That was a little rough. And this is going to be pretty far walk, so I will be back when we are back at our body. We are back, guys. Hopefully we will survive here. Okay, good. We didn't pull nothing. So let's hearth back. It's too bad we died. But, yeah, well, I should have blocked. Should have used Cold Snap and blocked, but it is what it is. We'll just, you know, we took the death. We'll hearth back and turn this in. And we'll continue the question. I'm not too sure what happens after this. Necrum's Medallion. And the return to the Hinterlands. The Divination's probably the one that sends us to Zul'Farrak. I wonder if we can get into a group at 44. I hope we can. As a mage, we should be able to. I think there's always people looking for mages for that dungeon.
Sharpbeak wasn't there. That is bad news, but it is good news too. It is good that he was not at the altar of Zul, for the Vile Branch Trolls are known for performing sacrifices. I thank you for all of your aid, but I'm afraid I have an even greater task ahead. Take this feather to Thaddeus Grimshade, the Diviner. He left Airy Peak years ago to pursue darker knowledge, but in his heart, he is still a Wildhammer, and perhaps his talents can help us find Sharpbeak. This feather was taken from the nest where the Griffin child sleeps. If you give it to Thaddeus, then, with luck, he can use his divining magics to find Sharpbeak. Good luck, adventurer. You will find Thaddeus in the Blasted Lands, in the Mage Tower of Nethergard Keep.
Since the fall of Dalaran and the destruction of Quel'Thalas, wares of this sort have been hard to come by. But Lucan Cordell and some of our other tradesmen have been doing a fine job of filling our orders with quality merchandise.
Oh, there we go. Let's make our way over there.
Safe travels.
So what we're doing here is we're going to get on the Griffin Master. We're going to can hop on a Griffin, and then we're going to hopefully get down to Thaddeus Grimshade. I don't think we have the flight point here, so what we'll most likely have to do is take a flight down to Duskwood, and then we'll just make our way there. Waiting to buy Edgemaster's handguards, 900 gold only. That is dirt cheap. I guess they dropped quite a bit on this server. I remember I paid like 4,000 to 5,000 gold for mine. Back on Faralina, that's actually really cheap. I would actually buy that for that price if I had the gold. I think it's going to go up. But this is Alliance. On Alliance, it's not as big of a
Where
deal.
Where is it you would like to go, lad? For just a few coin, my griffins can get you there faster than even the swiftest horse.
And the reason why it's not that big of a deal for Alliance is because the reason why you get Edgemaster's handguards is for as a tank. And you get it because it increases your hit chance with, axes, daggers, and swords by 7. And Thunder Fury is a sword, so it increases your hit with that sword by 7. So that allows you to use other loot that doesn't necessarily need to have hit on it. So you only need 6% hit if you have Edgemaster's handguards. But if you're Alliance, most tanks play human or human, right? So they already have, sword specialization built into their racial. So they don't really need Edgemaster's handguards. But on Horde side, nobody has sword specialization as a racial. So every tank needs these, pretty much. Trolls need it. Torrents. Orcs, if they want to use Thunder Fury. Now, if Orcs don't use Thunder Fury, Orcs can always just use axes instead, because they have axe specialization. But I think that's why it's so cheap on Alliance sides, because the humans really don't need it. But on Horde side, it's like thousands of gold. I'd be interested to see how much it is on the Horde side. I assume on Hardcore it's very expensive. Because I remember paying 4,000 or 5,000 gold for it. And I was getting ready to get Thunder Fury, but I never got it because Baron Geddon never dropped the binding. I had the other binding from Gar. But I could never get the other one from Baron Geddon. I did Molten Core for over a year and a half, and it never dropped once. Even on alts. I did the raid on alts, never seen it drop. And then there were some guilds on our server that had 7 Thunder Furies. Their guild. And our guild didn't even have one. We actually cleared Nax without 1 Thunder Fury in our raid. Talk about unlucky, Not a very lucky raid group. Alright, so we're off to Swamp of Sorrows, guys. We're going to go down here and get the flight point and also turn in this Thaddeus Grimshade quest. And then after that, we will could either teleport to Darnassus, or we could teleport to Ironforge and then make our way down to Manethil Harbor and then take the boat over to Theramore Isle. I think we might do that because we can get our first aid up a little bit more. And also the flight from Theramore Isle to Benares is a little bit... It's better. It's just faster than from, flying all the way from Darnassus. Darnassus is honestly in the worst location. Look, it's on an island up here. So far away from everything else. That's quite the flight to Gadgetzan. Darnassus to Gadgetzan. Be flying for a solid 10 minutes. But it's nice being a mage, you know, we can just teleport all over the place and reduce our travel time by quite a bit. It would have taken us quite a while to get here from the Hinterlands on any other class. Pretty awesome how we could just teleport to the Stormwind and then look, we're already here. And then I think he's going to tell us to get some divination rod. Pretty sure. This guy here, Thaddeus Grimshade. Or we actually have to get Necrum's Medallion. I wonder where that is. Crouching Wildlife. We can actually start questing here. We have another quest here to check out, to search for the Temple of Atalakar. Khadgar's Essays on Dimensional Convergence, Mazen's Behest. Maybe we'll come back here later. So we have a few quests to do here. We will check out Sunken Temple eventually. What levels should we do Sunken Temple? It's level 50, they say? So yeah, it's a while from now. Well, we'll check it out. I'll try to check out all the dungeons. We'll do Maradon as well. Here we are at Netherguard Keep.
Can I help you?
Don't think there's an inn here. There he is.
You got my attention.
Looks kind of creepy, Thaddeus Grimshade.
Be good. What's on your mind?
Travisine, you came bearing a gift?
Ah, yes. This feather belongs to a fine griffin, one destined for great thing, if he can survive into adulthood undamaged. You wish to find him? Then listen close, brave adventurer. I'll find out where your griffin is, but first you have to do something for me. There's a troll in Zul'Farrak, Necrum Gutchewer, who possesses a medallion I would very much like to study. Bring me that medallion, and I'll use my powers to find Sharpbeak. Zul'Farrak is across the ocean to the west, in the desert of Tanaris.
Almost forgot to get the flight pointer. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the flight point, then we'll go to Ironforge and then take a flight over to... go to Gadgetzan next. Or we gotta go to... actually, no, it's Stormwind. Yeah, we're going to Ironforge, and then we're taking a flight to New Anethil Harbor, and we're getting on a boat to Theramore Isle, and then we're taking a flight down to Gadgetzan. I wonder how we're doing with heavy magery bandages. Yeah, we probably still need to level it up to get another rank. To get the next rank, which will be Rune Cloth. That'll probably take us quite a while. All right, off we go, guys. I don't think we have anything in the mailbox. So I'm just going to head over here and get on a flight to Manethil Harbor. You don't have anything to smelt. But we have the quest we need for Zul'Farrak.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy peaked griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
I'm looking forward to Zul'Farrak. We'll see what we're gonna get here. Gazrilla. I hope we find somebody that has this quest. Because I would want to get the carrot on a stick, because we don't have a trinket, guys. We don't have a trinket at all. So that would be our first trinket. And we have Tiara the Deep quest already. We will be picking up quite a few quests from Gadgetzan. This cloth helmet's pretty nice. 24 armor and increases shadow damage by 14. That doesn't really help us too much, but 24 intellect is good. There's Necrum's medallion that we're trying to get. These gloves are awesome. 42 armor, 10 stamina, 11 intellect, 10 spirit. And then the staff we'll want as well. 10 stamina, 10 intellect. It also does 21 magic spell damage. So this is what we're going to be trying to farm. Good thing is that even with AoE groups that only go to the zombie part, there's a part with all these like zombies and graves, and you pull all these zombies, AoE them down, and then usually people just run out after that if they're in an AoE group just to get XP. But the good thing is that this boss here, Witch Doctor Zoomer, is pretty much right there, so even if we get into groups that do stuff like that, we can still get a chance of getting those 2 items. What level are they? Level 42. Nice. So we can actually put them on now. So that's good. Wonder if we just missed the boat. What's going on with gaming right now? Looks like Ubisoft's not doing too well. Ubisoft revenues have declined by 31.4%. They also experienced a 51.8% drop in net bookings during its third quarter. It seems like a lot of gaming companies are not doing too well. Every week I hear about layoffs, which is kind of sad, you know what I mean? Like that's not good for gaming, right? Less people working on games, less games come out. And yeah, supposedly in France, France's biggest game industry union puts together a brevet bundle to support striking workers. More than 1,000 employees of France's video game industry took part in a one-day strike yesterday. Yeah, we have a pretty big gaming industry here in Montreal, Canada. A lot of game devs up here. But yeah, maybe they should get a union going, but I don't know how that would work. I haven't really. Do developers in general have unions? I wonder if that'll be a thing in the future. You know, like developer unions, software developer unions. Maybe I don't think that's a thing right now. I've never heard of one. But I have heard the saying that, like, software developers are going to be, like, the blue-collar workers of the future. But I don't know about if that saying's true or not. This looks nice. You never really know what's true from what you hear on the internet, right? A lot of the things you hear is most likely, not true, or like 50% true. Somewhat true, somewhat not true. Here we are in Theramore Isle, guys. I think we're too high of a level now for the Murloc AoE farm. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that for a little bit, even though we died a few times. It's fun checking that out.
Where would you like to fly to?
Gadgetzan.
See you soon.
Right, off to Gadgetzan we go, and then we'll pick up as many quests as we can down there. Oh no, the mage's power in Uldaman. Could have turned that in. I think we still have some time to turn it in. I'm not too worried about it. What we'll do is we're going to end up coming back here anyways when we turn in Tiara of the Deep, so we'll wait to get that quest done, and then we'll go back and turn in both of the quests. It's probably a better idea, because it is kind of out of the way. So we have a quest, Screecher Spirits, we want to pick up, because that eventually brings us, I think that's for another, I think that might be for, is this for Zul'Farrak, or is that for Sunken Temple? But yeah, we'll want to pick up Screecher Spirits. Probably check out the Pirate quests too, they're pretty good. And what else do we got here? Yeah, Troll Temper, that's a dungeon quest we want. Bring 20 vials of Troll Temper to Trent Lighthammer and Gadgetzan. Should be a few quests here. Divine-O-Matic Rod, that's another one for Zul'Farrak. Bring the Divine-O-Matic Rod to Chief Engineer Bill, Twizzle, and Gadgetzan. And then that should be it. Let's see if we could actually get into a Zul'Farrak here. A lot of level 44s looking to get into ZF. That's good. I thought I would be like one of the only ones. Not many groups right now, though. And there's another quest we'll want to get up here. Go turn in the Brassbolt brothers. And we'll pick up Gazrilla. Level's this guy? 43. Alright, so we found a group, I guess. Everyone's 44. I don't know if I'm going to join a group, guys. There's a lot of quests we need to pick up. I was just checking. To be honest. There's the Troll Temper quest.
The Sand Fury Trolls of Zul'Farrak make a tempering agent from sandstones, and I can use that to temper the goods I craft. Yes,
Divine-O-Matic Rod.
It is highly prized by connoisseurs, so if you bring me a good supply of the temper, then I'll reward you well. Zul'Farrak is northwest of Gadgetzan. Good luck.
Sergeant Bly stole from me. He said he'd
Tell
only
the horde
borrow
here.
it, but he stole my cherished Divinomatic rod. Without that rod, how will I know where to dig new water holes? Find Bly and bring me my rod. I heard he led his band of ill-reputed adventurers to go treasure hunting in Zul'Farrak to the west. I bet you'll find him there. Let's hope the trolls took care of him, because if you have to fight him for the rod, then you're in for a serious fight.
All right, well, it's looking like we won't have much trouble getting into a group for this. So that's good to know. There's another person messaging us. We got a group ready to go if you want to join. To be honest, I'm going to take a break because I'm actually going to go get a haircut, but well, I cut my own hair, and I'm just going to go cut my hair. I want to cut my hair and get rid of this, this beard off my face. So, next episode, guys, we're going to do some quests in Tanaris. We're going to have a little bit of fun, Tanaris. We're going to pick up Gazrilla and all the quests we can, and then we'll do a little bit of questing in Tanaris, and then we'll get into a group for Zul'Farrak. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.